So they'll be calling you a radical. So I'm home recovering. It's different than last time. Last time I was so bruised up and just torn apart from that stretcher. This time I think the surgery went better, but I'm exhausted. And then I have the big gouge down my leg, took the artery out there to replace in the top, which is all caused. So I can't believe this journey, the way it's played out. And you still have to watch these same propagandist idiots after all these years. Now it's going in propaganda again all over the coast, Washington, Oregon. We're killing more sea lions to save the salmon. Now I want you to think about that. That eco chain's gone on for millions of years. Sea lions and seals eating salmon. There's the problem. No, and the proof's all out there. Kevin Lynch documented the proof. Dams aren't killing them. They're dying at sea. So that's going to, just keep killing the eco chain. Then you got psycho CIA freak boy. That died. I remember when he made Natural Born Killers. That dude's the creepiest person I've ever freaking seen in my life. Oliver Stone. In Davos. Talking badmouth and anti-nuclear energy. One word there. Psycho boy. Fukushima. Then they just snatch. You know what it reminds me of? Nuclear energy is real simple. People think it's magic. It's a con game. It's a shell game. It's a magic trick. We're going to get nuclear fission. It's on 16 minus. We're going to get this. We got salt reactors. We got thorium reactors. We got small reactors. We got fast breeder reactors. It's magicians. Do you remember in the 70s when Stanford actually incorporated that these people, ESP, these people could do things with their mind, bending spoons, and Stanford went along with it, did studies, and it took another magician to out them. And and these psycho freaks, this country will do anything for money, anything. And it doesn't get better, it gets worse. The nuclear energy crime syndicate doesn't matter about evidence. Truth means shit. Kevin Blanch's work, post 2011, not to mention my cancer and all my, this nightmare that's gone on, the American medical hell that they threw in, they did this to me. I get to talk to her tomorrow. My PA that me and her had discussions all fall long, all summer long for the last 2-3 years. Me telling her that I thought, no, it's going to be interesting when she looks me in the eyes tomorrow. My guess is she won't show up. My guess it'll be someone else. She knows she did it to me. I screamed. I said, listen, it's my valve. I can feel it. It was never done right. And it wasn't. I was right the whole time. How I didn't die. It was the valve the whole time that they replaced. It didn't work. So you go back in time, the 75 years, and Einstein was right the whole time. Now you've taken this technology as far as you take it. It's a hell of a way to go. So it's, Price Anderson, you don't have to pay a lot. Community Acts of Congress, Department of Nuclearism. They just keep the money full. They don't care who they kill. They don't care. And evidence and truth and fact means nothing. It's like bad religion on Balco. It's faith healers on chemo. It's a magic show. Yeah, we've got it again at Livermore. Send us some more billions and trillions. We've been hearing it for 80 years. It's a sham. And these guys, nuclear energy is not clean green. In fact, it's the dirtiest, filthy. And this is even without meltdowns. Without the meltdowns of Fukushima, Japan. It's mined uranium from the earth. Oh, that's not... No. Oliver Stone and freaks skip right over the fact that it's not uranium-238 mined. They have to hex gas it. They have to spin it. It has a 98% byproduct and turn it into man-made uranium-235. Free radicals, plutonium. That process is so filthy, so disgusting, just that alone. To mention the freaking mining tailings. That's before we ever boil the water. Then just the fact we boil the entire planet's water over and over. Okay, you take the phytoplankton, you take, the staff of life, these organisms, put your pan on the stove, and you'll get some water out of the ocean, and you'll walk over and boil it. It kills the staff of life when you boil it. And the steam that comes out of the top of that and the water that goes back in, boiling the planet, boiling all the planet's water over and over, that's going to cool down the planet? Oh my God. And the propaganda, because they have all the money. It's a magic show. It's a trick, and they don't even have to show you the magic. They go in 60 minutes and just tell you. Yeah, we got fission, we got fusion, we spin the atom, we collide the atom, we got the salt reactor, we got fast breeder. China's going to put on, we got to scare people. China's going to pass us. Starting in 2010, we're going to put one fast breeder a month on in China. Guess how many China's put on? One. And it went into some kind of meltdown. And how do I know it went into some kind of meltdown? Because they sent the imminent radiation letter to the Department of Energy, and Jennifer Graham Holmes said on it and never disclosed it to anyone. Got leaked, of all places, to CNN in the middle of the night. You just go back. This is the nuclear industry. Go back when they used to bring the tobacco executives on the Hill over and over and over, and they all just blatantly lie. You go back when the guy caught the faith healers using a wire in the ear, and his wife was, scamming. I mean, you go back to all this. This country will protect a lot. Money, it just goes on and on and on. That's the nuclear industry. Here this technology is raced so forward as far as solar and wind. We call that opportunity cost. Think about the opportunity cost that they've destroyed. Even if you put 20% of this gazillions and trillions and trillions and trillions, by the way, they don't have to pay back. Gates knows it. NewScale knows it. Get the money up front. Oh, sorry, just delay. Just keep sending the money because the Congressional Act calls Price Anderson. They don't pay, but they all know it. It's all free money up front. And we all play along. Think about if even 20% of that money was put towards real solutions. This isn't conversation in 1973. This is 2023. California producing 200% more solar a day. They got nowhere to put it because it gets blocked. We have a grid. They block it from coming into the grid. It's a sham for money. It's a magic show. Don't you see? These are magicians. They're con men. They don't even have to con. Like I said, I go back. Do you remember when Stanford themselves, think about this, had contemporized science, the mental telepathy, the spoon bending, the blah, blah. They had done mega studies and classified it as real science. Well, here we go, Stanford again. It took, some other magicians to out them. And they're still doubled out on it. Oliver fucking Stone. This guy got to be one of the greatest psychos who fucking ever walked the planet. Ever. So, and they have all the money, our own money, and just fuzzing, what they've done to the First Amendment in this country, which is the foundation, it's sinful. It's disgusting. Just absolutely destroyed the First Amendment, ripped it to fucking shreds. Where's the platform of the great American beacon of hope? We're old world order now. Crumbling infrastructure, really out of control debt, hyperinflation, longevity with all this modern medicine headed south. Don't drink the fucking water. Third world shithole America. I can't believe, and it just gets worse. Shoot the sea lions. It's going to save the salmon. When they know factually, I talked to me and Tim been at this for all these years. Do you know that they've classified the sea lions after they shoot them and kill them as toxic waste? We called the zoos. We called them. It says, are you feeding the sea lions in the sills when you kill them? They physically, we videoed them. We actually went out on boots on the ground and videoed them killing. Right there on YouTube, got everybody. 712 views. Well, do you feed them to the zoos? The animal? No, the zookeepers don't want any part of it. They put them in these liner bags and have to bury them because they're toxic. Now the sea lions and seals are showing up again, just like when Kevin Blanch documented it in 2013-14, full of leukemia. The ocean's toxic and poison. Always has, but nope. We have 10 years of data now. Kevin Blanch's work is not hypothesis. He's a full-blown outcore melt. That's never happened to Mayak, never happened to Santa Susana, never happened to Three Mile, never happened to even Chernobyl. This is new. They push water, and this is the other one, the fallacy. We got to delay them dumping the water into the... What the fuck are you talking about? They've been dumping water on these cores, not to mention fucking all this MOX fuel. The biggest load of weapons-grade MOX fuel in the world was there, blown up. They've been pushing it into the ocean for going on 12 years. And you're still, they're going to cut it. Not going to happen. We have the data. Just like Kevin Blanch said, the starfish will collapse immediately. Starfish collapsed in 2012, just 99%. People used to laugh at me. I said, the smoking gun will be the salmon. Steelhead go to sea 1 to 2 years. They'll collapse immediately, which they did, 97%. Chinook had record returns in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. Everybody's laughing. I said, no, wait a minute. They'll collapse in 2016. They go to sea for 5 years on average. The whale collapse. The anchovies and sardine collapse. The crab, the bottom feeders collapse. This chain. We have the data. So as a scientist, scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, they're perplexed. That's not science. That's the opposite of science. First, you have to prove it. You have to do the field work, which I've done. Then you defend your work. But the fact is, we're in denial about this, is we can see that there's an outlier. The greatest outlier in human history happened in 2011 in the Pacific Ocean. It's unarguable. The fires in the trees, the greatest drought in 1,200 years. This all started in 2020. But we have the data on the salmon. We have the data on the wells. Noah finally got the data out on the wells. It took them years to regurgitate Kevin Blanch's data that I put out in real time. While full of critical condition, fighting for my life in a bone marrow transplant center. So you can plug it into a computer model now, and you can run regression. Regressionary models, we call it an outlier. I don't care how you build the model, whatever. The greatest outlier in human history happened in 2011. Points right to it. Something crazy happened. The ocean was pretty damn healthy till then, and it didn't cute like this. It went crashed. Again, that's called an outlier science and stats. So then we have to start looking, what the fuck happened? Something radical, crazy changed in 2011. Did a meteor hit the Earth? Did we have 10 million Exxon Valdez? It took me a year and a half to convince anybody it was one nuclear meltdown. I'm the only guy on Earth that called these nuclear full-blown meltdowns from the beginning. Why? Because I knew from my background. I wrote paper after paper at the University of Nuclearism to build them. These Mach 1, Mach 2 Gs. I knew the spent fuel pools couldn't handle anything over about a 7.6. I knew they surely couldn't handle, the cores couldn't handle anything around a 7, 8, or 9. I saw it was a 9. I immediately knew the cores had fractured immediately on the quake. It was on. Einstein. If this genie ever gets out of the bottle, it's going to mutate. It's going to change everything forever. Well, humans adapt. Yeah, in 50 generations. Einstein was right the whole time. Hell of a way to boil water. Hell of a way to boil. It's a magic show. Don't you see it's a magic show? And these guys are in their elite club at Davos. They're all protecting each other. It's nothing more than the spoonbenders, the mind telepathy guys of the 1970s in Stanford classified as real science. And it took other scammers, well, not scammers, real magic show people to out them. That's what this is. It's nothing but a giant sham. And we're going to ignore the empirical evidence. Killing sea lions to save salmon. They've lived in symphony, part of the eco chain for millions of years. It's the most insane thing I've ever freaking seen. Congress passed it. So sick. First they come for the buffalo. How about the Native Americans? What they did to them? How about the Sequoias when they cut them all down? Boy, they stopped at the Pacific Ocean. They didn't. You know, Fukushima denial. Coulda. The water's been dumped the whole time, and everything I hypothesized, including my health. How the fuck I'm alive? I don't know. But it's been brutal. And I meant brutal. I'm recovering. It's going to take me a while this time. You know, I'm tired, of course. I dropped clear down to 138 pounds. I've been telling them all spring, it's my valve. I can feel it in my heart. It's my valve. Multiple doctors, and they just blew me off. After Dr. Goff got in there, oh, it was your valve. The one there. I'm like, how did it kill me? Again, it's real simple. This is new. Never happened before. This incredible energy, these cores, they've sent down robot after robot after robot for freaking 12. They can handle 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. They can't get near it. Where's it at? In the Pacific Ocean. It broke the chain. My hypothesis at first, it might sound crazy, but it didn't to me. I mean, it's the most logical thing in the world, and I document it. My tide pool work alone is a Nobel Prize. Not to mention my salmon, not to mention my wells, not my mention to work at the IAEA, not my mention to work. I remember talking to Lisa Ling about this, and I'll get right back to you, Kevin. I remember talking to all these people. I'm the only person that's jumped all these politicians, including Mike Leake, about it. It's online. I don't know what people want from me. And what reward did I get for it? I didn't get one. I don't know. Count your blessings, but yeah, and I do. But this last few weeks, it's been beyond torture. Chest split all the way open. Well, just getting to that point. I would never believe this journey. It was all birth defect I was born with, and they drafted my beautiful Marine father and nuked him to death in Nevada, Tennessee. That evidence is all out there, but we just deny it. Because we take economy over ecology, money in this country. We're doing anything. The nuclear energy scam and all their free money is a magic trick. Einstein was right. There's no new scale SMRs. We just pay for it. There's no salt reactors. We just pay. There's no thorium reactors. Collide the atom, split the atom, whatever. It's all a sham of free money. And the American populace, Oliver Stone in Davos, talk about, didn't he make natural born killers? Oh boy, that says it all. Just the fact that he made that movie. They are sick. These pro-nukers are sick, disturbed. Just again, the faith-based healers, and they're cheating and they're shamming. The mind to let these people will do anything, and they'll stay with their lives for their whole life because it gives them an economic status. And this country, humans will do anything for economic status. Anything. Fukushima's proved it. So I'm slowly getting better. It's going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while. Got the good mechanic, got the good old-fashioned parts made in doctor in the USA. Got the good plumber in there. I'll find out more tomorrow, but really tired on this one. When I got down to 138 pounds, my natural weight's 161. So I don't know how I lived. We've been thinking a lot about how the hell my life. What a place and time to be born and to be involved in America. Don't drink the water.